Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei is my name. This is the ADM video blog. You're watching Fort Lauderdale on ice, the snow behind me here. Thanks again for watching. I am your PMD, producer of marketing and distribution, pmdforhire.com. So thanks to Greg Darashi, I had a chance to finish watching this film called Solitary. Solitary, starring Amber Yeager, Kieran Elliott, and Andrew Kamer, I think his name is, Q-A-M-E-R. Excellent film. Shot for $50,000 in Los Angeles in Greg Darashi's house. Co-written, I believe, by Charles Scalfani. So Greg Darashi, Charles Scalfani. The film's called Solitary. The lead actor, of course, is Amber Yeager, who's a newcomer. She's actually pictured here in the one sheet. I really liked the film. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, to be very honest. I knew from the trailer that it had some balls, and I knew that it was going to be an interesting movie, but I didn't think I was going to be this impressed, and I was. And I think what really hit it out for the park for me was the acting. The casting by Sherry Henderson was out of this world. Great job, Sherry. Good job, Greg, for picking the actors that you did. And great simpatico working with those players. I think Andrew Kamer played like the most horrifyingly real, sort of like mildly psycho shrink in the movie, and Kieran Elliott really looked good opposite Amber Yeager, who's a very, very, very attractive woman, and I think that she's going to have a really, really good career ahead of her if she keeps at the indie game and doesn't get fed up with the whole Hollywood shtick. The thing of the video blog that I wanted to point out was not necessarily about the film, because I had, of course, reviewed Solitary for Film Courage and at Curate a Film blog at pmdforhire.com. That's not really the point. You can read about my review there. Let's not talk about the movie. It's more like I had to really point out the fact that in life you kind of come across these very interesting people who have some very good talents. People who are really skilled at writing or speaking or dancing or painting, or people who are really good at salesmanship or who are good at organizational things or have a very left-sided brain and who are very analytical, mathematical, and scientific and such. But the only problem is we kind of overlook those people because they don't currently find themselves in positions of prominence. They're either not making a lot of money, or they're not in positions of prestige, or people don't really talk about them, or their networks aren't really deep, or they're not going out to all of the right parties, and they're not pressing the flesh. But these people have skills. They just don't know how to come out of the woodwork, so to speak. They don't know how to really market themselves. They don't know how to showcase themselves. They don't know how to turn the spotlight that Klieg likes back onto them so that they're able to call attention to their various skills that in any other environment would be probably very highly paid and very highly lauded. So the thing that you really have to pay attention to is when you come across people who have skills, take it an extra step further. Don't necessarily dismiss them out of hand because they don't have like a flashy website, or they don't have the right contacts, or they don't even know how to talk properly. Just go the extra mile and just wait a little bit more. Be a little bit more patient. Don't dismiss them off of the phone. Don't hang up the Skype conversation. Don't dismiss their email. Don't say they're not important, because you never really know who you're dealing with. That person who today that you're dismissing could be somebody that's going to be like the next best thing. I remember watching one of my independent film gurus, Nico Mastorakis, who pretty much stopped making films in 2000, in the year 2000. The last film that he shot was called .com for Murder, starring Huey Lewis as a CIA operative, and I thought that was a great movie. Nico Mastorakis, N-I-C-O, Greek director. .com for Murder, Mayhem for Murder. He's got so many films. You can just check out his filmography on IMDb. Shot in like the most interesting places, working with some of the best actors. James Earl Jones, Brian James, who played one of the replicants in Blade Runner. I mean, just fantastic stuff. And he had Frank Darabont, who I think was the screenwriter of The Green Mile. Or do I keep confusing those two people? David O. Mitchell? No, it's correct. Frank Darabont was sweeping the floor on one of his sets in Greece. And I thought it was like the best thing. And like all of a sudden Frank Darabont becomes this A-list screenwriter in Hollywood. I mean, you never know who you're dealing with. You never know. So don't dismiss people out of hand. That includes, you know, anything from like potential collaborators or producers or partners. You know, this Hollywood thing, it's so quixotic, but I'm really glad with the advent of social media, people that you wouldn't normally have a chance to meet, you are meeting, and people whose projects you might not normally have a chance to see through the power of VOD and stuff like that, or subscription VOD, now you are watching. You see what I mean? So just back off and wait. Be patient. You never know who you're dealing with, really and honestly and truly, because everybody's out there. People give you things and people help make you money. So, you know, it's kind of like, don't be like that. Just pause for the cause. So, once again, my name is Adam Daniel Mezei. Catch Solitary. You can check this out at formationfilms.com or solitarymovie.com. Some really nice key art as well. And thanks again. In the snow, it's cold, but it's not that bad. It's still not cold enough for me. Wishing you the very best of things. Might want to check out this site here on the mug too. By the way, I'm going down to Sundance in January, and if you have any t-shirts or swag that you want me to wear when I'm in Park City, just get in touch with me. I'll tell you where you can send some.